Today I am going to show you how to copy a listing from the FlexMLS homepage. Copying a listing is best used when you have a listing that has expired and you're looking to relist it, or if you are looking to list a new property that is similar in many areas to an old listing. Starting off, we will look in the upper left portion of the screen at the FlexMLS logo, and just below that we will see the menu button. We will click that, and then here in the central column under Add Change, about 5-6 options down, you'll see full copy as well as copy. The difference here is copy only copies over the basic information and allows you to fill in the more complex details of a property. And full copy, you'll see here it'll pop up. It makes an identical copy of a listing, so every little bit of information copies over to the new listing. So at this point, I'm just going to show you what a standard copy looks like. We will have to input an MLS number that we wish to copy, and you can choose whether or not to copy the photos from that listing. We will leave that unchecked for now, and then we will go ahead and type in the MLS number and then click Next. And this will take us to, essentially it's the add listing page. It should be the exact same as if you were to add a listing from scratch. And in a similar fashion to adding a listing from scratch, you have to choose property type, list the listing member, and of course if you have a co-listing member, list that as well. And then you move on to address. You will want to make sure every single field that is marked in red is filled out, because it will not allow you to post to FlexMLS if you do not have every field that is highlighted in red filled out. And then from address, move to main fields, and then you will choose your map location. You can move this pin freely. And once you find the location, just click Use this location. And then sometimes you'll get this pop-up here and it'll let you know that there's a similar address that might closer match the specifics of the property, and you can choose to use whichever is more accurate. For now I'll keep address. And then here it is letting me know that there's a duplicate listing, that if I make this listing, if I copy this one, that it is identical to another listing with the same name, same address. And in this instance, for this video, I will click Continue Adding Listing Anyway. And you'll see that it brings us to main fields. Same here, all the red fields you need to fill out. So tax year, all the way down to municipal flood zone. Just mark what is true to your listing, to your property. And then always check out the optional fields, the fields marked in black. If you have that information, always fill that in. And you'll see here we have general property information, everything from dwelling type to number of garage spaces, bedrooms, baths. And once you're done on this page, you could click Next, or you can click on the tabs as I am up here. So we'll go to Details. The same thing here. You'll notice there are these red bars on this page. Showing service, you have to select at least one item. Stories, one item. Construction, select between 1 and 3 items. So just follow all of these instructions you see in these red bars to fill out everything that is needed. And this is a pretty long page here. So take your time, make sure it's all accurate. And then we will click Next. And here the seller can opt out from various things. They can opt out from listing on the internet, or have the address shown on the internet, or they can ask the listing to not be used in AVMs, or for the listing to not allow comments on the internet. And then of course you can mark whether you'd like to show the address on realtor.com or on the IDX. And you click Add Listing up here in the right portion of the screen. And that is how you copy a listing from the FlexMLS homepage.